Okay, it is November 16th, I believe, on Wednesday. It's about 8:45 a.m. on East Coast, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I think is going on with the markets, and then we'll touch a little bit on the million token. Just to get the disclaimer out of the way, this is just not financial advice. This is only to be used for educational purposes. Please do your own research. So Bitcoin 16,580 as I'm talking. We're still below this 4-hour exponential ribbon. Generally, until we get above it at 17,500 and then hold support, then maybe we'll get a temporary reversal. So we dipped down to 15,500 on the news of FTX. Had some limit orders get filled below 16,000. And I've got a few more. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 limit orders above 15,400, and I got 3 others that go all the way down to 13,743. So those are my limit orders for that. I'm trying to catch as much as I can. If we get another double dip, I still think we're in a bear trend, recession, whatever you want to call it, until things reverse, until we get above the weekly exponential ribbon, basically. But short term, we haven't even broke above the 4-hour exponential ribbon. So, I consider this a good buying opportunity still. And let's see now on the weekly chart here. This is the pi indicator chart, so showing the pi cycle bottoms. So when this red line crosses over the blue line, generally that's the bottom there. And it's been pretty accurate, right? It's been calling bottoms pretty since June of 2015. It did call a cycle bottom back in July 2022. It was actually probably after the bottom, but that's when the two moving averages crossed. And just zooming out, this looks a lot like this. So maybe this red line starts curving up. And we just make a lower low bottom, but this can still be considered a double bottom as far as I'm concerned, just like it was kind of like here before we had a double top. So yeah, we could have a double bottom and the second bottom being lower than the first bottom. I'm okay with that. But if it goes down to support levels, that's why I have those other limit orders just in case. So this is on the weekly chart. Looking at the VRVP, which is available for trading view users who have the Prime or premium accounts. Oh, by the way, keep an eye out if you want to save like 60% off of the trading view. Next week they usually have these Black Friday deals where you save like 60%. I think last year I paid $287 when it's normally like $600. So I always renew every year, and I think you get an extra month out of it. And if you're already subscribed, it just gets added on to your the 13 months added to whatever you have right now. So I will probably renew again next week, but it's not available right now. But keep an eye on it. If you want to save 60% off, it should be available next week. And so we're back into this no man's zone here, and you could see it found support at this VRVP. And then the next one down here could find support at like 12,800. That's why I have some limit orders just above 13,000. And let's see, that would be a drop of from the top. If we went down to those levels, about 81% perhaps. And the next drop below that, or the support, a lot of support at 10,000. Just above 10,000. Yeah, my eye's not too good, but that's a drop of 85%. Which is in line with, previous bear markets of about 84%. So, whether we go up from here or we go down to, 13,000 or 10,000, I always try to have some dry powder on hand in case, we got a quick wick down there. We may not be down there very long if we even go down there. I'm not sure if we go down there, but and that's why I put the majority of my buy orders that's left kind of like bunched together at the top around 15,500 or so, just in case we go down another $1,000 from where we are now. So Michael Burry, you know him from The Big Short. Cassandra BC is his Twitter, or Michael J. Burry is his actual Twitter handle. He says, you have no idea how short I am. And let's just take a look at the stock markets real quick. This is the futures for the S&P 500. We had this reversal here when it hit this red moving average. That's probably the 200 daily moving average. I'm on the daily candles chart right now. And it was also the top of this white line, that downward channel. And we're approaching that right now. So, whether we go down from here or we go up a couple more days and maybe roll over, I think that's probably what will happen. I just don't see the Fed reducing rates in December. I think this was all a day cap bounce or a relief rally. And I'm with Michael J. Burry where, eventually we're going to roll over and go down. And, this whole news with FTX stuff's coming out with the money with Ukraine, the Democrats. I just don't know what to think about it. Just a lot of things, but I am watching this heavy resistance. I saw this resistance here as we were coming up to it, and I saw it again down here as we're coming up to it. So, I'm going to keep my limit orders on the exchanges. I hate having some cash on the exchanges on times like this, but I've got some in Coinbase. If I lose it, it's going to sting a little bit, but I'll most of my crypto. All of my crypto basically is in my cold wallets, but if you want to buy it, have limit orders, you have to have some cash or whatever on your exchange for those limit orders. But I just have to live with it. So that's what I'm looking at the stock market. I'm thinking it's going to probably roll over, and then that'll probably carry Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market down if we continue to have that rollover. And we still don't know, everything about FTX. Every hour seems like new stuff's coming out. The dollar index, I see some YouTubers talking about how we broke out of the parabolic uptrend. I suppose if you zoom in real quick on the 4 hour, I could see you could draw a line and we broke down here. But man, look, if you put this on the weekly chart, and we've been in an uptrend since like 2008. And really, you're not really in a downtrend until this like gold moving average crosses over this green moving average. And yeah, I mean, we could be heading down, but man, to say we're like, oh, the dollar's breaking down, I would wait until it's moving averages. But if it breaks down, the markets will probably, any assets probably will go up. The dollar goes down. But I mean, you saw what happened with the S&P 500. We're approaching resistance. So if the markets go, if they start selling off because, interest rates or whatever, or uncertainty in the market, the dollar is probably going to strengthen, just like it did here. It dropped, what is it? The dollar dropped 7%, went sideways up, and then it wasn't for from March 2nd of 2016 to, May of 2000, a whole year before it went down. So, we could go sideways or have a lot of chop. So, my pinned tweet is, don't fight the Fed. So I just don't see the dollar parabolic move breaking down, not until these moving averages break or we kind of touch this bottom trend here, and we'll just see what goes on with that. So, real quick news on million tokens. So that's the market news. So defined, I think we're below $2 again. Yeah, 189 on Ethereum, Polygon 191, $2 on Pancake Swap. We have the dextools.io million token chart. Yeah, looking down here, we're at these low levels again. I think there's more sell pressure now than there was back here in June of 2022. I did buy some back here, so we're at the levels I think now when I bought back in June. But right now, I can't buy right now because I have my limit orders on the exchange. So I moved some stuff over to the exchange. And I got big bags already. So if anybody wants to buy, when you're talking about below $2, before I do, knock yourself out. But that's where it is. The sell pressure, I think I posted some wallet addresses on my YouTube page. But real quick, we have the wormhole bridge, right? That's got 163 still. We've got these two addresses here. One address has 100 tokens in it. They sold 100, 13 hours ago, half a day ago, and then a day before that 100, a day before that 100, a day before that 100. So that's 1, 2, 3, 400 tokens sold in the last 3 days. And the other wallet that we saw, they have zero. They sold 250, 4 days ago, and 4 days before that, 125. And we all know where this is coming from. It's coming from, this address here, which we all pretty much know about that. Who owns that address? It's not a secret. So that address has, 5,368 tokens, and they have other wallets too. I think if you add them all up, it's just under 10,000. That we know of his wallets. And there's another wallet of 2,500 I'm watching that he owns. And quick look at my Twitter page. Also the price on Gate.io is 195, and there's some rumors about Gate.io and Crypto.com. That they were exchanging Ethereum back and forth before the the proof of reserves and the Merkle tree. So there's some rumors that they could be next on the chopping block as far as becoming insolvent, which is a shame because Million Tokens on the exchange is it's like the only centralized exchange if people want to buy and sell. But I don't think anybody in the community is really buying and selling off of Gate.io. I think all the Million Token that's there is what they own, and they you see some bots selling out of Gate.io. But they're buying with other bots too on like Uniswap. So now I'm watching like 3 or 4 of their wallets. They have a total of like 21,630 tokens out of the wallets I'm watching. So if the bot you see selling, they've got another bot buying. So it kind of evens out. But I remember, didn't they have like 50,000 and then they had 26,000? Now they're down to about just under 22,000 or 21.6 thousand tokens. So, a sizable amount, but if they go under, if Gate.io goes under, the Million Token, I don't. They probably will sell it at the worst, or if their assets get frozen, maybe and there's going to go through bankruptcy proceedings. Maybe they won't touch it for years, but or they might just forget about it because it's such an obscure token as far as the whole market is concerned. So that's news of Gate. Let me see what else there are. Other stuff here. Yeah, I got a link to that. Yeah, the CBI info is 4 today, which is still pretty low. But back on the 15th, just yesterday, it was 2, which is I don't know if it's ever been that low before. But yeah, that's another reason why I kind of want to just dollar cost average and play it cool. So, the CBI is very, very low. What else we have here? Yeah, so Million Token hit below $2 back on the 14th for the first time in a long time. We had somebody sell 1,763 tokens on the 14th, it looks like. And then somebody also sold 2,715 tokens. So there's some, that's 3,000 tokens right there, or maybe 4,000. Let's see what else do I have here. So the major news is FTX. So hopefully nobody. I don't think anybody in our community probably had tokens on FTX, just because most people in Million Token know how to keep their crypto in their own wallets. So hopefully nobody was really affected. The gas fees for Ethereum right now are pretty low. I just saw it at 14 a moment ago. It's between 14 and 17 right now. That's probably pretty reasonable for this time of day, actually. And I think the last time I did a YouTube video was like 6 days ago. But there's some stuff been going on. But as far as I'm concerned, it's business as usual. Maybe we go sideways down here, but if we dip down just a few percentage points from where we were, let's see now. If we go where we are now, if we drop like 6 or 7%, half my limit orders are going to get filled. I'll be okay with that. And then I space these out further down the road. Let's see what else is there to talk about. I think that's what's on my mind right now. I haven't checked anything else. I haven't checked proposals or the socials too much. I think there's some scams going on. Perhaps just be aware of. Don't connect your wallet to anything that you're not sure about. I think there's some scams going on that. So just play it cool, be informed. Just know that if you're in crypto, you should be this in for the long haul, like 5-10 years from where we are now. And because if we're in a bear market, and the market could drop typically at most 50%, that would take us down to these COVID levels, right? That's a long drop from where we are now, and that's not going to happen quick like in crypto. It could drag out for like a whole year. So if Jerome Powell wants to have a bear market for a whole year for next year, that'll give us plenty of time in crypto to buy the dips. So it's going to be painful for some, but for people that have been doing this for years, it's just business as usual. You're just stacking. Okay, I think that's about it. If you like this type of content, give me a like, subscribe, comment down below, and please share. Thanks. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.